something evil could come out of the woods. Let's get to work. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Today, I am going to look at a type of film that I've been dying to review since I became the Blockbuster Buster, and that is the type of film that critics praise, but general audiences despise. Based on the stage musical, Into the Woods tells a darker, more mature story, which intertwines with four of the most popular fairy tales of all time. The film, however, was produced by Disney, which generally caters to children. So, will the more faithful take on the grim fairy tales prevail? Or will the House of Mouse make pointless changes to make the story easier to digest for general audiences? So, are the millions of people that wrote negative tweets about this movie just tasteless assholes? Or do all the critics that wrote positive reviews have their nostalgia goggles on too tight? We're gonna find out today, but before we do, I would like to remind you that I will be making fun of things that are clearly explained in the stage show. As my point is that if the movie doesn't explain it well, then it failed. I shouldn't have to be familiar with a stage show or any fairy tales for that matter to enjoy a movie, especially one that is not a sequel. So grab your arrow and grab your bow, cause into the woods we go. So our movie begins with...
I wish...
Oh no! Oh my god! It's a musical!
The king is giving a festival!
Now, before I get a million annoying emails, yes, I've seen the stage show. Yes, I know that is a musical. But that doesn't mean that the movie has to be. And on top of that, the trailers of this movie never ever mentioned the fact that this adaptation was a musical. They kept that fact very well hidden.
I wish...
Yeah, I wish this fucking song would end.
I wish my cow would give us some milk.
You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna tell you what's happening. Three fairy tales are happening all at once. Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, and Jack and the Beanstalk. At the same time, we meet a baker and his wife, played by James Corden and Emily Blunt. Wait, James Corden is married to Emily Blunt? Man, that guy gets all the hot chicks.
Sexy lady, drive me crazy.
The baker and his wife's one and only desire is to have a child. Then, by extremely annoying lazy plot convenience, right as they are singing aloud about how badly they want a baby, a witch, played by Meryl Streep, pops up out of nowhere and tells them that the reason they can't have children is because she cursed their family to forever shoot blanks, after the baker's father stole some magic beans from her garden. However, when the witch cursed the baker's family, the curse allegedly made her ugly. Yes, this is supposed to be ugly. Meryl Streep with no makeup on and with messy hair. Now, just to remind all of you, when I was a kid, this is what witches look like. Witches, you're doing it wrong! So the witch tells them that they can reverse the curse, have kids, and make her pretty again if they gather 4 ingredients for a spell. A cow as white as milk, a cape as red as blood, a slipper as pure as gold, and hair as yellow as corn.
Go to the wood.
Whoa! Why did you do that? The door was right there, and you live across the street! So as the baker and his wife go on their magical scavenger hunt, we catch up with Little Red Riding Hood, who is on her way to her grandmother's house to deliver a basket of goodies. When we get to the part of the story when she runs into the big bad wolf. Alright, this is exciting. In the stage show, the wolf makeup isn't bad, but it's definitely not the best. So I can't wait to see the amazing makeup effects that can be achieved with the production value of the Disney company backing them up. That's it? That's the wolf makeup? Are you shitting me? This is the best big bad wolf that a big budget blockbuster movie can produce? And to make matters worse, they hired Johnny Depp to play him, an actor who is best known for drastically changing his appearance for nearly every role he has ever played. And in this movie, they just copied his everyday Johnny Depp look. The big bad wolf, you're doing it wrong! I don't know how this possibly could get any worse.
Look at that flesh, pink and plump. Hello, little girl.
Is it just me, or does this song come off very pervy and creepy and pedophilic? Ugh. Go Disney. Ugh.
So, little girl, any path, so many worth exploring.
Let's just skip this scene. So the baker spots item number 1, the red cape, and is about to make his first attempt at acquiring it when... Ah!
How am I supposed to get it?
You go up to the little thing, and you take it.
I can't just take a cloak from a little girl. Why don't you take it?
It's the rules. Why do you think I asked you to do it in the first place? I'm not allowed to touch any of the objects.
Okay, you can't touch the items. That's good to know. But, you could have mentioned that earlier, all the while you were at the baker's house, instead of singing for 10 fucking minutes!
Get me from here!
She did it again! The trail back to the town was right there! Idiot. So the baker tries to talk Red into giving up her cape. When that doesn't work...
May I take a look at it?
No!
Oh my god! He's ripping the clothes off a little girl? Go Disney?
Give it back! Give it back!
You know, this is still not as annoying as all the singing.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, that was funny. With a quick kick to the shin, Red takes off and the baker is still 4 items short. But in an interesting twist of fate, it turns out that the baker and his wife are the ones that end up buying Jack's cow, with the same magical beans that the baker's father stole from the witch. So 27 minutes into the movie do they officially introduce Rapunzel. So, Flynn Rider over here watches as we find out that the witch is also responsible for trapping Rapunzel in the tower.
But little did she know that the girl's lilting voice had caught the attention of a handsome prince.
Gee, thank you for saying aloud what we just saw in the movie. That was very helpful. And, hey, she touched her hair! Rapunzel's hair is one of the magical items, and earlier the witch said,
I can't touch it. Remember?
No,
well, I didn't. We abruptly cut to Red, who finally makes it to her granny's house, only to find the wolf disguised as her.
Wolf in your grandmother's nightdress.
What?
So the wolf is about to eat her and we cut away? Well, this was advertised as a children's film, so I'm not gonna complain. So it turns out that the baker wasn't just the guy who buys Jack's cow, but he is also the woodsman who cuts Red and her granny out of the wolf's belly. Wait, that's what the inside of the wolf's belly looks like? An empty, poorly lit set full of silks? First the lazy makeup, and now this? Who's the producer of this movie?
We got a timetable to keep. This thing airs tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight? Yep. I got a sweet deal on a primetime slot.
3:28 a.m.
Alright, now that the baker saved Red, I guess she's going to reward him by giving him her cape.
Mother said straight ahead, not to delay.
Oh, hell. Let's just skip to the part where she gives him her cape.
Mr. Baker, you saved our lives. Here.
We cut to Jack, who shows his mom the beans that he got for the cow, only to have her angrily throw them out. We cut to Cinderella, who is already running from the prince. They skipped the ball scene? Whatever. So she runs into the woods, being pursued by Prince Charming, who is played by... Man, Simon Pegg wasn't kidding. He really does have perfect hair.
Are you all right, miss? Yes. Oh, I just need to catch my breath.
Oh, what a beautiful gown. Oh, you at the King's Festival.
All right. I know exactly what's gonna happen. The baker's wife is gonna catch up to Cinderella, and she's going to steal one of her golden slippers. Nope, that doesn't happen at all, making this scene completely pointless! Oh, those of you who are wondering why Cinderella's slippers are gold and not glass, what the slippers are actually made of varies in each version of the Cinderella fairy tale. So, there you go. Now, let's abruptly cut to another fairy tale, because there's not enough of that in this movie. Jack's mom wakes up to discover the giant beanstalk next to her house. Alright, now we're gonna get to see Jack take on a giant, steal his riches, and...
Look what? 5 gold pieces!
They cut out that scene? Why? And yes, I know that scene is not in the play either, but it's a play. They are limited by what they can and cannot show you on stage. This is a movie. There is no excuse. They could fill in all the blanks left by the stage show. They are just butchering beloved fairy tales for no apparent reason. Oh look, Jack is already cutting down the beanstalk so he can kill the giant. Let me guess. They're gonna cut away and you're not gonna get to see the giant take his fall.
This is an impressive fight, though. I'm glad I'm facing towards it. Yeah, that was the best part.
Together, okay?
The entire kingdom shook.
Gee, thank you for telling me that. I never would have known that the kingdom shook by looking at the fucking movie! Alright. Could we at least see Jack facing the giant in a flashback? Nope. Instead, he sings about it.
There are giants in the sky.
Skip it. Just skip it. So, Flynn Rider and Prince Charming run into each other by chance, and they begin to compare notes on the mysterious ladies in their lives. And...
Did I abuse her or show?
ah, damn it!
Agony!
Yeah, listening to this fucking song is agony.
Agony!
Stop! The point of this overly annoying and elaborate scene is that the baker's wife hears the two singing idiots. By doing so, she finds out about Rapunzel and her golden hair. So she goes to Rapunzel and steals a length of her golden locks. The end. See how quickly and efficiently I got through that without wasting 5 minutes of your life with a pointless song that adds nothing to the story?
Agony!
Shut up! So we again cut to Cinderella, who is again running from the ball. Did we just experience a time skip? Or does the prince have more than one ball? Why did you do that? I didn't tell a joke. All I said was that the prince had 2 balls. Why do you keep doing that? Oh, never mind. All I was gonna say was that the prince is so rich that he must have the biggest balls of all. I don't get it. So, there's more singing. The cow dies for no good reason. Lucky cow. And the witch catches Flynn visiting Rapunzel. So she blinds him, making him fall face first into a thorn bush. Oh! Go Disney! And she vanishes Rapunzel to a snake-infested swamp, where sadly Flynn will never find her.
Rapunzel?
Oh, never mind! So our lovers reunite. Sadly, Flynn's blindness will prevent him from ever looking upon Rapunzel's beautiful face again.
Rapunzel?
What?
I can see you.
Wait! Her tears have healing powers? You know, this random plot convenience would usually annoy me. But right now, I'm just thankful that they're not saying,
You're blossoming in the...
oh, jeez, skip it. So we cut to Cinderella, who's running from the ball. Again. Wait, the prince has 3 balls? That one didn't even make sense. When suddenly Cinderella gets stuck on a wily coyote trap that Charming set for her. Yup, he put sticky tar on the steps to catch her. Time out.
He's a very smart prince.
Wait, what the hell? Did she just freeze time in order to sing a song?
He's a prince who prepares.
So Rapunzel's tears have healing powers, and Cinderella can control the motion of time? Are the Disney princesses mutants?
Hello, Elsa. My name is Charles Xavier.
What? Have to make a decision.
Oh, fuck me. Are you stuck or not?
Why not stay and be caught? Should I give that a thought?
Just skip the stupid goddamn scene.
Time in.
The point of all of this is that Charming gets a hold of one of her slippers, which he will use to find her because apparently she is the only woman in the kingdom with that shoe size. And of course, he is incapable of remembering her face, even though he's already met her 3 times. At the same time, Cinderella gives her other slipper to the baker's wife. So Charming goes around putting the slipper on every woman in the kingdom, promising to marry the one with the foot that fits the slipper. Cinderella's stepsisters are so desperate to marry the prince that they contemplate cutting pieces off their feet in order to fit into the slipper. Okay, I am aware that that scene is included in the original Grimm fairy tale, but there's no way they're going to include that scene in the Disney version. Go Disney? So Charming puts the blood-filled shoe on Cinderella's foot, and they live happily ever after. Now let's abruptly cut to the conclusion of the baker story. So the witch brings the cow back to life. Yes, she can resurrect animals, but she can't buy makeup or get her hair done.
But she's a witch. She can do anything.
God, this movie's stupid. So in order to break the curse, they have to feed the ingredients to the cow, then milk her and drink the milk, which apparently will solve everything. But it doesn't work because the golden hair that they used was touched by the witch. And any items that were touched by the witch cannot be used as ingredients for the spell. Something that they established in the movie actually came into play? Well, that's good storytelling.
It's the cold. The cold. You can use Suzuki help the cold.
So, they can just use corn in the place of human hair. Oh, just shove it in the cow's cornhole so we can end this! The cow eats the corn, the witch now has makeup on, the wife is pregnant, and they live happily ever... Oh, now what the fuck is this?
There is no need for worry.
Why is this still going?
Of course you're bitter. I'm the #1 star. Pumpkin carriage, perfect marriage. No one cares who you are.
Now that is my kind of Disney princess.
Will you just hold him for a few moments?
Really?
You'll come with us.
Why does he always cry when I hold him?
Sometimes this works, though.
Can you teach me to do that?
Probably not.
Oh, alright, so this is what's happening. So apparently the giant's wife is going on a rampage throughout the kingdom. I think she might be angry that a little bastard broke into her house, stole her shit, and killed her man. But that's just a theory.
It's slowly swiping at us.
All she wants is for them to give Jack to her, so she can kill him and have her revenge. And, oh man, I can't get a clear view of her. With all this money and special effects, you figure you get a clear shot of the giant woman. All I wanna be is the one who gets to see a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a... Wait, they got me singing! Oh, son of a bitch! With the knowledge that the giant woman is looking to stop Jack, our heroes desperately search for the boy. When, why is Prince Charming hitting on the baker's wife? And yes, I know, it's Emily Blunt. She's gorgeous and she's talented and she can slay 3 dozen robots in like a minute. But Charming just got married to Cinderella like 5 minutes ago and he's already 2-timing her? Is it just me or does this character act more like Captain Kirk than the actual Captain Kirk that Chris Pine plays?
I must leave you. Now I must go off to slay a giant.
What the hell is that? What was that?
So, are we just done trying to tell a coherent story and are just resorting to random fuckery? bunch of people trying to save a little boy from a giant?
Good friends, we need your help now more than ever. You can talk to Bert.
Sure, why not? We already established that she's a mutant. Wait, what is the baker's wife doing? Oh my god, is she okay?
I'm sorry, I came upon her. She was at the bottom of a cliff.
What are you saying?
She died? Hey, I just remembered something. Rapunzel's tears have healing powers. Maybe if they just ask Rapunzel, maybe she can cry on the baker's wife and...
My wife is dead.
What?
No, she's just gonna stay dead?
Yes, he's the one to blame. It's because of you there's a giant in our midst and my wife is dead.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I forgot. If any of the characters in this movie have free time, they spend it singing! So, after bypassing any possible effort to save anybody's life, our heroes add insult to injury by killing Giganta. What a wonderful ending. Oh, and look, there's the ghost of the baker's wife. For no good reason. Could we please end this? And so our movie definitely ends, with the baker telling the other characters the story of this movie. Yup, he is telling the characters the story of the events that they just lived through. Excuse me. I feel better now. This movie's a flawed fable of floundering fuckery. It is just painfully obvious that this was meant to be a play and not a movie. Films tell stories visually, and this movie wastes a lot of its running time either singing the story to you or narrating the story, which violates the #1 rule of filmmaking. Show, don't tell. Otherwise, what you have is radio with pictures. This movie's the textbook definition of a cinematic clusterfuck. There is way too much going on here, which leads to a lot of plot points that lead to nowhere, sloppy abrupt conclusions to subplots, and plot holes the size of Texas. It is just astonishing how such an expensive production could also be so cheap and ill-conceived. This movie was produced by Disney, a studio renowned for their fairy tale musicals. If any studio could have adapted this play properly, it should have been them. If you want my advice, skip the movie and check out the stage show, especially if Bernadette Peters is playing the witch. She is awesome. So that was one busted, thousands more to go. I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster.